Okay, today we got these joints in the back. We made these in two different pieces, and then they actually made a little fold in here, and then they welded it, and then they used lead. But as you can see, like right here in the picture, it's actually separating from the lead, and we're afraid this joint might be loose underneath here. So what we're doing is we're going to sweat this all out today. It's just lead. We use the propane torch. Pretty simple. Get it hot, you'll see it turn to liquid, and you just brush it out of there. And what we're trying to do is get down inside this joint so we can see actually what it looks like in there. Because we see the metal popping, and we can see where the lead's actually separating. So that's telling me there's moisture back there, and that's pulling the rust. So, and to be able to weld a patch in there, of course you can't weld on lead. So we got to get rid of all this lead. The panel's already been, this has been already, we put acid on them. So that's what you see, all the streaking and stuff. That's actually the acid on there, and the finish is on there yet. So we got to sand that one more time with 80 to get all that coating off it. And once we get all that coating off, then we'll be able to start doing our body work, and then we'll be able to finish up, put our spray on it, put our first layer of sealer on it. We're going to get to that part right now. We're going to see what's behind there. And you know, after 60, 70 years, lead joints just give loose. That's all there is to it. You know, lead is soft. All the flexing and stuff going up and down the highway, something's got to give, and it's the lead from all the different flexing in that joint. So we just got to get that sweated out, get it cleaned up, and then we're actually going to put a lap weld in this joint. First we're going to seal it up nice. We'll go through here and seal this all up, and use some of the rust converter in there to make sure it seals. Yeah, see, it's really bad right there. So that rust right there is definitely popping, and that's what's causing all this lead to lift. See, that's where it's actually a different color there because there's so much moisture underneath it. So that's what's causing all the cracking back here. And then it's actually starting to separate. The lead's coming loose because it just has nothing else there to hold on to. Lead doesn't stick real good to rust. It can be done, but all the prep work and stuff behind it really isn't worth it, so we're just going to put a new panel over the top of it, seal it good, and it'll be like brand new sheet metal in there again. A lot of guys we'll just go back and put this back in the lead, which isn't, you know, it's as close to the original as you're going to get. But with all that rust and stuff under there, it doesn't stick, so you got to put a panel in there anyway. So we're definitely going to clean that up real good, see what's left in there. And we're going to put another new piece of metal in there. The other side's the same way. We got to do it both ways. Both sides got to be done. Oh, that's right up there like that one. I got this model. Slow.
this. Alright, so that'll come right off with 80 grit.
So it really doesn't look bad, but this is all rust in here. This is all rust. You can actually see where the rust actually, it's not, the lead wasn't sealed there anymore, so it actually started lifting, and there were cracks forming in here. And if you grind it out and redo it, the cracks are still underneath because it's not sealed tight. So we're just going to seal it nice and tight. We're going to have to use a little bit of glass and stuff on it, of course, but we'll get her sealed up nice and tight and show you on to the next step. Thanks for watching. So this is the driver's side, and this one's really pitted up pretty bad in here. We just got done sweating it all out. This is nice, it's all good metal in here, but the actual joint itself is what was pushing the lead out. As you can see, all the heavy rust in here, and that was pushing all that lead right off the car. And up here, this car must have had a rack on it at one time. Some kind of overhead rack. And when they took it off, they just kept shoving weld and weld on top of each other trying to get it to finish. So we're actually going to cut that out because it's a pretty good divot. I mean, it could be redone, but the odds are your putty and your glass isn't going to stick in all these little cracks. And if I grind it down, I'm going to start grinding here, taking the strength out of the metal anyway. So we're going to make a little cut on that, cut that out, put a patch over it. Then I know it's good and sturdy, and we'll get a good seal on all the putty. And good seals are key to getting the thing to last, hopefully forever, but we all know that's not possible whenever you're dealing with rust. We'll hopefully get some good years out of it and go from there. We'll show you what's going to happen next or shortly.
So this here is my patch. I just went ahead, put this in the English wheel, just gave it a little bit of a bend. It's a little bit sloped in here. But mark that out. Sits flush on all four corners. Go ahead and cut that out, and we're going to weld this piece in. So as you can see, weld is well in there now. And now we just got to clean up that part there.